we've entered day 4 of our work stand, and day 4 looks much more promising than day 3. Yesterday, as I will be sharing, the stand which we placed was reported to the county sheriffs, who showed up and took away our neighbors or the sellers' items. And I was a little bit nervous and doubtful, and after making this small or relatively, financial investment, I felt a bit defeated. And I began to think, well, is this hard work ultimately worth it? Because there are challenging consequences and or situations that can arise from this type of work. Being out in public places. So there's just a lot of things that I feel that I have to take into consideration when I place myself in these environments. Do I think it's worth it personally? Yes, I think that it could potentially be long-term if I put the effort. So I think that is what I am going to be challenging myself with. I stress the fact that I'm 36 because there's a lot of things that start to change physically in my mid-30s, and I question my capabilities. But everything in life is difficult, whether it's sitting in an office 9 to 5, getting the minimum wage, whether it's having a family to support, or even just simply having to support yourself in today's economy. I think everything is difficult and everything is challenging. So if I ask myself what are my reasons and my whys, I think the list is much larger, and I ultimately just have to push myself to do what needs to be done. Right, I just need to place myself where I feel safe as well. Overcrowded populations tend to have a lot of chaos that I can ultimately carry, and I always tell myself, why do you need to process your mindset off of the negative things of the world? And that's because realistically those things are existent, and you cannot be naive to the evil doers, as some would say, of the world. It is a realistic system and issues occur. So I'm trying really hard to just stay focused on myself, and just take any opportunity to learn from individuals that come into my life and or are in my sphere, and just gravitate to wanting to do things correctly this time around, again in my mid-30s, and attempting to stabilize my financial foundation. So yeah, all while maintaining good health. So today the plan is, it's afternoon. The plan is to finish earlier than later, just for safety reasons, and to sell as many waters as I possibly can. Yesterday I came across another vendor who has his own supply store incorporation business, and he said, I come around and I deliver these plastic containers. If you're interested, I can either price match the ones that you currently receive and or give you a better price. So I said, great, that sounds like a good deal to me, because I drove to Los Angeles, and that's, so yeah, it's just small little situations like that that open up the door to potentially better connections that may be beneficial. I'm now driving to get the ice, and I am going to situate myself, so move myself into a discomforting environment and try to stand my ground and remain optimistic and hope to meet incredible people, and you know, just kind of have greater faith that God is going to navigate my existence for better and greater good, and everything else will follow. So I just wanted to come on here because, as I've mentioned in the past, this is also like a way for me to express myself and just share this process. And also I wanted to make note of something. Yes. I have a lot of things backed up because I've been all over the place, busy and trying to like grasp onto also having some sort of freedom. I was just going to say to myself, it's so important for me to stay on top of like the things that I enjoy as well, like whether it's like submitting these silly videos and or doing things of that nature, because it's what I enjoy. Like, I am happy to share this process with viewers, and yeah, little by little it kind of like eases me, it helps me kind of stay grounded, and also inspires me to keep going. So there's that, and there's a few videos that I've been meaning to upload, so I will be doing that lately, or as soon as I get an opportunity to. And that's all.